was that? Why did you show up to my office today as my company's customer?
Anna.
I think the last time I ever saw you was 10 years ago, Lexi, back when we had finally graduated from high school. Yet I never knew that the next place I meet you at would be inside my office building.
I was also pretty surprised by that. I never thought I'd have to see your face ever again, but here we are. I suppose these accidents happen from time to time, huh? I just can't believe it had to involve my husband's company.
Huh? Your husband's company?
Well, actually, last year I got married to him, and it turns out that my partner was the CEO of this company. Today I got a message from him asking me to come over here to grab some papers he had forgotten on my way home. Richard ended up coming down with something today, so that's the reason why I was sent in to come grab them.
Wait. You have to be kidding. I did hear that you had gotten married, but I never thought it'd be the CEO of that company. Do you not realize that he runs one of this company's most important trading partners? The fact that you have married such a powerful man is just too much for me to comprehend.
Well then, it's nice to see you again. I'm Axton Brown's wife, Lexi.
Does this really mean that you guys are a power couple then?
Well, we might become that someday, but at the moment, I usually just stay home to tend to the house and chores, so me going to different companies for him is pretty rare. Honestly, I'm still recovering from seeing your face out of nowhere like that, so please don't feel like you're alone.
But you must already be a power couple by the way you looked coming in here. You are so much different from the little girl that cried so much after I stole her boyfriend back in high school. Hearing that you really have become so successful with Richard is something that I should only see in my nightmares.
Well, to you and me both. I've really grown a lot since high school, and for the better. Back when all of that happened, I thought it was the end of the world for me that I cried so dang much. But ever since then, I've slowly grown into a pretty successful adult, and I came to learn that in this world there are a ton of men to choose from. And losing a boy that cheated on me really wasn't the end of the world after all, but a godsend.
Oh, I'm sure it feels that way now for you. Man, things have really changed with you since then. On the day you found out I was with your ex, you cried for days and days, and every time you came to school, your eyes were bloodshot and your face was as red as a lobster. Now that you've got me remembering that face, I'm laughing so dang hard.
If you want to keep laughing, go right ahead. All of that to me is now just the past. And if you keep trying to bring that up as a way of teasing me, it won't bother me at all.
You're so boring. But it's not just the past anymore. It's going to happen again soon.
Huh?
What would you do if I didn't only steal your boyfriend, but also your husband? I bet at that point your world would actually end for you.
Excuse me?
All right, I think I found what I'm doing next. I'm going to start focusing on stealing your rich husband from your small little hands. If I'm able to get him from you and you start to cry like you did back in school, then you will look like such a pathetic woman. And then I'll get to watch as the world around you literally crumbles away.
You're kidding, right? Are you actually planning to go for Axton now?
I only ever thought that stealing a CEO from someone would be out of a drama, but I'm going to make it the real deal. And maybe then I'll feel satisfied with what I've accomplished. If you had a chance with him, then there's no way he'd say no to a hottie like me. I can't wait to become the next new power couple with him.
Thanks for going to pick up those documents for me today. Because of that, I was able to finish up my work for the day while at home.
I'm glad I was able to help you out today. And it has been a long time since I've gone to any of those large office buildings in a while, and they sure are still huge to me. I was a little nervous to enter today.
Well, the companies are still in the works of making the buildings even bigger, so... And on the subject of going over there today, I heard you ran into someone you knew? Was it one of your friends that you found there?
Ah, well, you could say that, but it was just some classmate from back in high school, and she's working in that office as one of your company's customers.
Hey, that's great to hear, isn't it? I'm sure you guys were able to talk for a while, right? Well, I'll book you guys a restaurant so that you both can catch up even more this evening. Going out and enjoying a late dinner with her would be perfect for you.
No, you don't need to do any of that. Actually, we don't need to talk that much, and really, I don't want to see her again.
Huh?
I think I've told you this story before. About how in high school I had my boyfriend stolen from me by one of my friends, and the girl I met today in the office building was her.
Huh? You can't be serious! And as I was beginning to think this was great for you, it turns out to be your worst nightmare!
Well, after we graduated from the school, we never saw one another for a very long time, so I had fully accepted that I'd never see her again, and yet, boom, she was right in front of me today. I got so shocked from seeing her face that I froze up on accident. Well, she was also pretty shocked to learn that you were the CEO of the company she was trading with, but...
I'm sorry you had to go through that, Lexi. If it wasn't for me asking you to go into the office today, then you wouldn't have had to see her.
Don't worry, it's not your fault. I've already gotten over what happened in the past, and right now I have a wonderful husband to take care of me. But just as a warning, you should be careful if you're ever around her. Amber told me something today that really freaked me out. She said that she started to take an interest in you now.
What? What do you mean she's into me?
Well, I told you about how she stole my boyfriend, and I think she plans to do the same with my husband. I think she wants to kick me out and be the next one to marry a CEO.
What?
Or something like that. But by that point, I had given up on her and stopped replying. The fact that literally nothing has changed about her since high school just really makes me feel a little sad for her.
If anything, she's gotten worse, so there must be something wrong with her head. And this is an employee at a company I'm working with right now, huh? For her to try and go after the husband of one of her old friends like that is already stupid. But the fact that I'm the CEO of the company she's working close to just seems stupid. Is she not even worried about losing her job or anything like that?
Do you really think a person saying she wants to be the next CEO wife cares about what will happen to her job? I'm sure to her, thinking about the things that actually matter are just a waste of time.
You have a point. Well, for the time being, I'll be on the defense, I guess. Lexi, thank you for telling me about this. I'll make sure that weirdo doesn't try anything with me the next time I'm over at the offices.
I'm letting you know that I have your CEO husband in the bag. So with that, I'd really like you to step aside and let me sit in that seat next to my new boyfriend. And I'd like for you to get all the divorce paperwork filled out and handed in for us.
Huh?
I thought that going after him would take a bit more time, but it turns out he was so easy to catch. He immediately started to fall head over heels for me after I spoke to him. It's amazing that now that I'm in the arms of a CEO, my own worth has shot through the roof and we can be the new power couple.
What exactly are you texting me about right now? I have no idea what you mean by all this, but...
I'm talking about how I've succeeded in stealing your husband. I'm going to get married to this wealthy man and make us the newest power couple in town.
You're telling me that stealing another person's husband is good news? First of all, Axton would never go behind my back and do something like that with you. So stop acting all happy about succeeding when you haven't even done anything yet.
I can understand not wanting to believe me, but this is all very real right now. Your husband is now ensnared in my trap. And if you want proof, he's going to be taking me out for dinner tonight at a really fancy restaurant here downtown.
Huh? A dinner?
Well, I had tried many times to send him an email to talk, but I never got any replies. So then I went to his office building to try and find him. And that's when I found him riding on the elevator up to the top with me. So I took the chance and told him right then the feelings I had for him, and he immediately asked me out to dinner.
You told him your feelings in the office building?
He even told me after that he couldn't resist my body and that he had to have me. And so we went to his office, and there is where we picked out the restaurant we are eating at tonight. So in other words, my plan worked out perfectly, and yet again, I have won.
Huh?
So I'm so sorry for you, Lexi. But tonight, him and I are going to be alone together, and I bet things are going to get hot, hot, hot. So could you hang out at home tonight and eat something cold and depressing for me?
I'm pretty worried that you are trying to steal my husband and everything, but I don't think you'll be having dinner with him tonight. And there's no reason for him to say that he loves you back after you confess to him, right? So stop saying you've succeeded in getting him when you haven't yet. If you think being invited to dinner by him means he's in love with you, then you need to get your brain in order.
Turns out you just don't understand what's going on yet. Your husband has invited another girl to dinner, right? If anything, the only reason for that is because he has fallen in love with her and wants to make things official.
What?
You really think that all of this has nothing to do with him wanting me? I'm telling you that he even said he wants me so badly. I get that you told him to look out for me or something, but I think he never cared about your word from the beginning and only wants to take me out. In other words, your husband is mine now. And not even just that, but he's in love with me, and there's nothing you can do to stop us. He no longer needs you, and you'll soon learn that. I bet he's even thinking of marrying me already. I've already taken your boyfriend, and now you're going to lose your husband to me. I can't wait to hear about all the crying you do again, just like the old days.
But my husband is right next to me laughing his butt off right now.
Huh?
He's almost vomiting from the amount of laughter. He even told me he has to leave the room because he can't stop laughing. I think I'll have to make him something easy on the stomach for dinner now.
Now hold on a second, Lexi. You're telling me that right now Axton is with you?
That's right. And actually, he took the day off from work today so that he could get some personal tasks done. So for lunch, we got pizza and have been just relaxing around the house.
What? Why is he with you now, having food dinner tonight? He told me just today that we'd go out tonight and enjoy the sunset together while eating dinner. And there's only a little longer before we meet up and go eat. There's no way he'd still be with you right now.
I can't believe you thought you'd be going out with me for dinner. I never told you today that I'd be taking you out for dinner tonight.
Huh? Wait, is this Axton?
You tried to corner me in the elevator this morning, telling me all this crap about liking me while I came in to grab my jacket. And then to get you to shut up, I said yes, and then you still followed me to my office asking me to go to dinner tonight. All I said was maybe, and you're taking that as a yes?
What do you mean? Aren't you interested in me and that's why you want to go to dinner with me?
I just wanted you to get away from me, so that's why I suggested a place after saying maybe, but I needed you away from me so that I could get out of the building and join in on a video meeting back at my house.
What?
And to be honest, I don't even remember what restaurant I recommended at the time, so...
You can't be serious. I've been waiting here for over an hour now thinking you were coming.
Well, then hang tight for a little longer, okay? I actually do remember making sure that my buddy would go meet you there for dinner. I believe he's your boss or something. I do also remember saying you'd be able to see the sunset from there, but I never made any reservations today either. I just thought that being able to see the sunset while you're having a conversation with your boss would be the best thing for you.
Wait, so you really sent my boss over here to see me? Wait. What the hell have you done? I could have sworn you were into me and had invited me out to dinner. Are you really planning to run away from me like this?
I still don't see who you thought was falling head over heels for you. And all of those emails you kept sending to me, I forwarded to your boss so that he could figure things out. And everything you said to me in the elevator, I recorded for him. So everything you said to me is now in the hands of the man who controls your fate.
Why, though?
Well, I was originally just going to ignore all those emails, but they just kept on coming, so I had no choice. And then when you came into the elevator with me, that drew the line really quickly. I knew you were pretty bad news from Lexi, but I never thought I'd have to get the help of your boss to deal with you.
So that's why my boss is coming here? I thought our love was supposed to remain private. Nothing about the feelings we have for each other should be related to work.
Do you not understand anything I'm telling you? And do you know who I am? I'm the CEO of one of your most important customers. You have no right telling the CEO of your customer that your love for me isn't related to your job.
But I'm...
So getting your boss involved was the best choice I had, and having him read all of those emails from you only bolstered the evidence he needed. Everything you've been doing has really been hurting the ties I have to your company, so this is what had to be done. And the only way to make sure you were punished for this was to have you think you were meeting me today, but instead have you meet with your boss. So, before this conversation gets too long, just know that you will have to have a word with him now.
But doing all of this is hurtful to me. Please, Axton, I know you have feelings for me.
I do not, Anna.
What? But I'm way better looking than Lexi, and so you have to want me more, right? So please come help me. I think I'd be the perfect wife for you, Axton.
I think you need to calm down, and I know about your history already with Lexi, so this all seems well deserved.
Huh? You do?
I also know the man you threw away before you went after Lexi's boyfriend.
Who?
I'm laughing so dang hard right now, Anna. You really like to play clueless, don't you? That man you threw away back then, that was me!
What? You were?
I know that I went to a different high school than you guys, but I remember how you stopped talking to me one day and then never came back. The last words you said to me were that you found someone else and then you were gone. And the next thing I know, you're with another man. I really felt the sharp pain you gave to me.
You have to be lying. Hold up. Are you really the Axton from McGee High School?
Man, was I surprised by all of this. I never knew that you were going to the same high school as Lexi back then. But I really do have something to ask. Was that new man you started dating after throwing me away actually Lexi's boyfriend? The fact that you went and left me for your friend's boyfriend. What a freaking dog you are.
No way this is happening. How could all of this line up so terribly for me? And listen, back then I never knew you'd become a CEO. You never had that kind of drive in you, so I didn't want to stay with you then.
Well, back then when you ghosted me, I had been so scared by you that I couldn't even focus on school anymore and never went to college. But soon I got over it and went back to school on a second wind and was able to graduate. And after that, I was able to start my own company. And since then, things have been going so well for me.
Really?
Actually, I'm thankful for what you did to me. Because of you, I was able to free myself from your toxic attitude and focus on what I really needed to. And now, I have myself the most amazing wife. But with what you've been doing now, I think my feelings of gratitude toward you are starting to go away. So from here on, do you mind never showing your face in front of me again?
But wait! But I really never meant for any of this to happen between us, so let's please go out to dinner and we can fix things. It's been so long now since high school, and I promise that I've changed.
You sure haven't. All right, you have fun in that meeting with your boss while enjoying the sunset. I'm about to sit down with Lexi now for a nice, relaxing dinner.
How did things turn out this way? How the hell was I supposed to know that your husband was my ex-boyfriend from high school?
I was there as well, reading everything between you guys, and it left me laughing pretty badly.
Oh, crap. If I had never left my ex for your boyfriend back in high school, then right now I'd be married to a CEO.
I think instead of regretting your terrible past, you should start worrying about what's to come. After your chat with Richard, didn't you have to see your boss? I'm sure that you guys had a quick talk, and in the end, he told you you were fired, right?
What? At that point, things weren't that simple yet.
Oh?
crap! That stupid boss of mine! I thought that he would just end up firing me right there on the side of the street, but instead, a bunch more things happened. He said that if I love a man like Axton that much, then why couldn't I just like my boss and all of his money? And so then he forced me to go on a date with him.
Oh?
And so to not upset him anymore, I just went along with what he had planned. And I hoped that if I went and played with him, he wouldn't fire me afterwards. But instead of us going to dinner at that really nice restaurant, we went to some lame dive bar that was filled with smoke. And all we did was sit there eating cheap food while watching a baseball game. But while that was happening, my boss's wife found out that he was on a date with me.
No way! I bet that now that she knows, you are in for a lot more drama, huh?
Well, at this point, I'd rather just die already. But instead, I have to watch as the drama unfolds, and I'll most likely be losing my job. This morning while I was at work, I got a phone call on my work phone from my boss's wife, and she told me that not only would I be getting fired, but her husband as well.
Ah, so you really did get fired.
What the hell? All I wanted to do was be with Axton, and now I'm being fired for going on a date with my boss for one night. And what's the worst is that the wife wants me to pay her a settlement. All her husband and I did was go on a simple date that I didn't even want to be on in the first place. But now I'm getting fired and have to pay her money. None of this should be happening to me.
Well, now hold on, Anna. I know it was just dinner, but you still had an affair with him.
I know, but...
And even still, you were planning to take my husband to that restaurant in the first place, so either way, you would have been in an affair.
Eh?
And so, no matter who you went out with tonight, you'd most likely be fired and have to pay a settlement after. I'm surprised by all of this because yesterday you seemed so happy to be stealing my husband.
But
You have to understand that you have really screwed yourself here, so I'd make sure you pay his wife whatever she asks for because you are already in a pretty deep hole.
But I'm telling you, all we did last night was eat dinner, and I'm already being fired, so why do I owe anything to her? Can't she just be happy that the two of us are getting fired for this?
I wonder why your boss would be fired for this. All he did was make sure that you were dealt with after trying to ruin customer relations. Are you sure that he's being fired as well? I think it's just you, Anna.
Shut up!
Well, none of this matters to me either way, so I'm gonna get going. Good luck getting through all this. I'm just glad to see you are finally getting to eat what you've been serving. And just as I was told, both Anna and her boss were fired from their positions. Honestly, I never thought her boss would actually face consequences for his actions. But in the end, he did, I guess. Despite his questionable behavior, he didn't expect things to go that far. Instead of firing Anna outright, he actually took her out to dinner and tried to play it off as some kind of harmless outing. But as it turns out, this wasn't the first time he had done something like this. Apparently, he had a habit of taking out employees from the company on personal dinners. So, when the whole mess blew up, I started to understand his side of things a bit better, though it didn't excuse anything. The real kicker came from his wife, who had been following him for some time, gathering all the dirt on him and his mistresses. She used everything she found to make her claims against Anna, the boss, and everyone else involved. It wasn't just about the affair anymore. She was out for revenge, and she knew exactly how to get it. I also heard that the wife demanded Anna pay her back over $20,000 as part of a settlement, but instead of facing the music, Anna ran home to her parents, crying and hiding from it all. Now that Anna's back in our hometown, I get to hear all the gossip from friends still living there. Apparently, she's been going around talking to people about how unfair all of this is to her, but no one's buying it. Everyone knows what she did to me, and they all tell her she's just getting what she deserves. She has nobody left to back her up, and she'll probably end up borrowing money from her parents to settle things with the wife. I later found out from Axton that he had been trying for a while to get Anna's boss fired. He'd noticed how the guy would try to get personal with the secretary during office meetings, and Axton knew it had to stop. So, in a way, he was kind of grateful that Anna helped expose this mess and get that boss out of the business world for good. It's funny how everything came full circle. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.
Thank you for watching all the way until the end. If you felt good after watching this video, please like the video. If not, please leave a comment and give us your feedback. Also, don't forget to subscribe. Your comments and likes help this channel grow. We hope you enjoy our other stories as well.